All right, we're rolling. Now, the only thing that I don't like about me switching... God damn it, Matthew. Okay. 2 things. Matthew, a couple of things. 1, that sounds terrible. Don't do that. It's bad for the people's ears. 2, you tried to do that a minute ago, and you almost drowned on dry land. We're not even near a we're barely near a body of water. There's no water. We're in a dry ass room, secluded room, and you almost drowned yourself.
We're very close to a body of water, first of all.
Whatever. Yeah, but we're not.
And second of all, Andy.
Yeah. Here, take your mic out.
We're
recording from here.
Really? First time anybody's ever told me that. We're recording special time this week because, you know,
it's ooh baby, it's a wild world. You know, that's the number one reason.
It's currently the day of the Buffalo Bills home opener. It's the start of NFL season,
which was on Thursday, right? Cowboys played somebody.
Yeah, and then there's a Friday game too, but no, Sunday. Yeah, but it's the first Sunday of the NFL.
You know what I got? You know what I say to
of
that?
Football.
Perfect.
So we're fired up.
Who are the Bills playing?
The Baltimore Ravens. Sunday Night Football, baby.
Ooh.
Come on now. I mean, by the time this comes out, could age poorly.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what happens. But no.
Lamar Jackson. I think he's on my fantasy team, actually.
Sit him.
Well, I'm not gonna sit him.
Sit him.
I thought Lamar Jackson seems to be a pretty good guy.
Very good. Guess what? Sit him.
I remember that game where he got hit so hard against the Bills. Remember that? That was like 2 years ago. He got hit really hard. All right, that's about enough. That's enough football out of me. That's
baby.
enough football out of me.
I have. So that, I mean, obviously, as you see me, the people watching will see, but I have other big news. Big. Andrew, stop what you're doing.
Okay.
So last night, I was watching college football, and then it was late, and the night was winding. And so I was looking for something to put on my television that I could watch and relax to. When I tell you I came across potentially what should be, in my opinion, the number one new television program to ever touch the air that nobody is talking about. Nobody knows that it's happening. I think except for me. And it's on episode 3.
I feel like I'm going to know.
You know?
I think so. Go ahead.
Take one guess.
Hold on. Wait. What day is it?
So I came across it on a streaming service.
Yeah.
But it's brand new show currently active.
It's not airing on a streaming service? It's like a network show?
It's definitely airing on.
Mike's still a little.
It's definitely airing on a streaming service that's ran by a network.
I'm gonna say it's The Paper.
No,
damn it. What is it?
It is so much better than The Paper.
What is it? Lay it on me. Sack it to me.
Tony and Ziva have their own show. They have their own spinoff.
What?
Yep, and nobody's talking about it. Episode 3 just came out.
Beep, boop, boop, boop,
Let me
boop,
compute.
boop.
I don't.
It's the old address.
Yep.
What?
Typo.
God, I wish it was like a sitcom. Tony and Ziva, there it is. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
It's just started. Oh
yep.
My God!
3 episodes.
Are
Tony
those
and
their
Ziva.
kids? No, those are somebody else's.
They have a child. You know they have a child, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit and piss.
And nobody's talking about it.
Nobody knew.
How is nobody talking about this?
Why is everybody
this should
talking
be plastered
about
on every billboard in Times Square. NCIS Tony and Ziva.
We should be using the emergency broadcast system
to tell people that this is on.
Holy crap.
I often say there's nothing that could take down the NFL. If people found out about this today, ratings would plummet for the NFL.
For at least 3 hours. What? God, I'm sure it's a great show. I wish that they had completely changed genres and that it was filmed like a sitcom.
I haven't actually watched it yet.
Where's my camera?
I started the first episode last night and then instantly got distracted.
I haven't actually watched it yet.
But Andy,
Yeah.
this is what the people want. This is how we and it might only be on Paramount. I don't know if it's actually streaming on
A Paramount Plus exclusive.
But this is what the people want. This would bring back network television. This should bring back network television, Andy. So, I've told this on the show before, but the backstory of what happens with Tony and Ziva is, if you remember, shortly after they fall into a relationship, Ziva has to go off the grid because of some Mossad stuff. And then her house off the grid gets bombed. And there was one survivor, and it was Tony and Ziva's child that Tony didn't know they had.
God.
So when the child survivor gets brought to Tony,
talk about bringing network TV back. Child survivor, Jeff Probst, I'm looking at you.
When the child comes back to Tony, Tony steps away from NCIS.
Obviously.
And then is off the show for like seasons on seasons on seasons. And then randomly, it turns out Ziva's alive.
Of course.
I've told this, because when I finally started watching the later seasons, like Ziva just appears out of nowhere one day, and this woman is still hunting her. And Tony doesn't even know that she's alive because she did it to protect Tali.
Is that the
their
kid's
daughter?
name? Okay.
Yeah. But then obviously at some point Tony finds out that she's alive, and now they have their own spinoff. Andy, NCIS, Tony and Ziva is what the people have been waiting for.
I can't believe that it exists. After all this time. After all this time, we're back.
2009 was
Holy
the year that
shit.
Ziva came to NCIS.
I literally feel like since, you ever see a movie, like a superhero movie or like any kind of sci-fi thing where it's like time is collapsing in on itself and then like a bunch of stuff starts happening at like the same time. I feel like since the pandemic, we are living in a time smush. I feel like time is collapsing on itself. Like, it doesn't matter how long it's been since one event has happened, something directly related to that event can happen, boom, like immediately right now. You know what I'm saying? Like 2009 is such a long time ago. It's almost 20 fucking years. But it doesn't matter.
It's more like 15 years.
It's more like 15 years, but that's almost 20.
Exactly.
That's almost 20.
Exactly 15 years.
It's actually 16 years. So if we're rounding up.
25. Oh, yeah. I was carrying
Where's my camera? Jeff Probst.
Yeah. No, I agree. This and Child Survivor would bring back network television.
Do you remember? There was a show. We never watched it in our house, but I remember the commercials for it. It was called Kid Nation. And they took a bunch of kids and they put them in like an Old West ghost town, and they split them up into like tribes, like Survivor, and they had like elections and stuff. And they would make the kids compete, and these kids were living, no running water, nothing, and they would compete for these games. And the one kid who, if your team won the challenge and you did the best for your team, every episode they would give out a solid gold star that was worth like a couple grand at least. And they had to shut the show down because like just terrible things were happening. Like these, and all these children have gone to like, they all have PTSD. But there's also like, because I don't know what the biggest prize was, but these kids, you remember the Camp Krusty episode of The Simpsons?
No.
Season 4, episode 1. terrific. But they go to this camp and they're like, are living in the worst conditions possible. That's literally what Kid Nation was. So these kids are like experiencing daily trauma. They have to kill their own chickens. They got to kill, pluck, and cook the chickens all themselves. These kids are, the oldest of them is like 13. And so they're experiencing trauma every minute of every day. And then they win a star. And if you win a star, you can call your parents and say that you won that star. And these kids are using like an old-timey phone to call their parents, and they're just sobbing like, I won this star. But you still got to stay in this terrible camp. That was a bad
soft.
That was a
Kids are
bad
soft.
show. I mean, that was a
Total
brutal
Drama
program.
Island.
Yeah, I
That was a
would
show.
much prefer to be on Total Drama Island. What a revolution. I didn't really care for that show too much when it was on, but looking back, Total Drama Island, a retrospective, possible name for this episode. Very, very, very good show, ahead of its time. Because it really was like a reality show for kids. Like, you didn't know who was going to get kicked off and stuff. Best Cartoon Network show. This feels like the conversation we would have had like years ago when we started this podcast. But the best Cartoon Network show, Kids Next Door.
We've talked about this so many times.
Not in a long time though, but I know. I'm just saying. Once in a while, it needs to be reiterated.
I liked, maybe not Cartoon Network, but I also think another underrated show, very similar, was Recess.
Recess, Disney show. Holy fuck, that show was good.
Very underrated.
T.J. Detweiler.
Like, what a cool concept. Like, for 15 to 20 minutes or whatever the time frame is, an hour a day, which I'll get to this in a second, but for an hour a day, these kids lived in their own little city.
And the kindergartners are like wild, and the fifth grade, and they have a king of the playground as a fifth grader, and then all these like, it taught us how to classify people.
Animal Farm. No.
It taught us the George Orwell book.
What am I thinking of? Lord of the Flies?
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. Shout out to Piggy. Shout out to Piggy and his glasses.
The
star of the show.
Yeah, great show. I think Recess doesn't really exist anymore. Okay, so I have a question for you. Do you remember Recess in like elementary school?
Yeah.
But like, do you like time frame?
Like how long it was?
Yeah, and like how often? Because some teachers were like recess every day, and some teachers were like no recess.
Dude. Now, in fourth grade, my teacher, he would do recess sometimes, but a lot of times he would not do recess, especially because, anyways. But from his classroom was
you could see the playground.
The perfect view of the playground. And all the classes would have to walk past us to go to the door that went out of the building to the playground.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I know exactly where that.
Yeah, just watching all those kids like go out to play. We also had a crazy view of that time that kid broke his femur on the playground.
I was on the playground.
I had a feeling you were on there for that, and we saw like the ambulances like pull out onto the lawn.
Yeah,
we're like, holy crap! Shout
out to him. I saw him at Taste of Country.
Very nice, very nice. Glad walking.
Yeah,
good. Wow.
Yeah. I can kind of picture going out there for recess, but I can't picture the time frame in which we were out there.
It's got to be at least 45. Also, though, growing up in here,
you didn't have a lot of recess time.
You didn't have. You only
because
have recess
80% of the school year is shitty
so
weather.
Cold and rainy and bad. Yeah. That's
dude, another thing. Do you remember having to wear boots to school?
Yeah, and then you got to take your boots off.
Or you rocked boots all day.
Yeah, I remember.
Wet boots.
Wet boots. Wet
like
boots.
Just slopping into the hallways.
It was sloppy. It was sloppy.
I don't think I was much of a boots kid.
I remember.
I think I would try to not wear boots, and I would just rock wet shoes.
It was so inconvenient.
But it shouldn't be. Really, that's the best. If you were smart as a child, you wore boots and had shoes in your backpack.
Yeah, which I remember a lot of people doing.
Yeah, and I feel like we never did that. Maybe lack of instruction for our parents, or again, laziness from us.
I remember being when I went like kindergarten doing that, but then once we like had the choice ourselves, I remember doing all kinds of things that weren't like the best for the weather, but were more convenient, like gloves. Like I didn't want to wear my gloves because I don't know, they smelled and all this stuff. And, my hand, I don't know, because you got sweat in them. I don't know, but I didn't want to wear the gloves. I thought they were inconvenient. And my hands, remember how my knuckles would just get so dry, and I guess I didn't know what lotion was. Nobody, so I just looked like a fucking
lotion. Our dad was like, lotion. "You're a fucking man, don't use lotion."
So I just look like a goddamn prize fighter walking into second grade.
This is such a niche thing for us to talk about, well, not that. I'm sure that's a common thing that people go through, but in the Northeast. But one thing that I think about as we talk about this, because I picture the locker that I would put boots in, because then you had wet bottom of your locker.
Wet locker bottom.
You had a wet locker bottom. The way that school is sectioned.
Our elementary school.
Yes.
Yeah.
The kindergarten, first, and maybe second grade areas are so bright. Like lights,
action.
windows,
Yeah,
color, so bright. And then the other side of that school, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade areas, is dark.
It's like never see the sun.
Dimly lit, and there's not a lot of windows.
I mean, the fluorescence buzzing. Man, in 3rd grade, I didn't see the sun that whole year.
But you agree with, because picture the 4th grade classroom that you're talking about.
No, now that you say that.
And then picture your kindergarten or 1st grade classroom. You're in 2 different buildings.
Now that you say that, yeah, absolutely.
And I never thought about it until just now. But the brightness is just
that's how they get
significantly different.
It's just a real metaphor for life.
Yeah.
Start off and then
I don't think the lights were on in the hallways.
A lot of lights were off. A lot of time
dark
lights were
hallways.
Well, it was. You got to remember, this was Al Gore was at his peak. We were all trying to conserve energy.
Then you get to that cafeteria area, and you're like, light. This is what light looks like.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
yeah, I remember.
Straight shot down that hallway.
Yeah, I remember hanging out in that cafeteria.
Dude, elementary school is a weird thing. I guess I get it because, again, you're children.
Yeah.
But the whole walking in I guess elementary school ends and then you have so much middle, high school, college. Your memory is just not walk, just kind of being able to walk wherever you want. And so thinking back on it, getting in a line and being quiet seems just the most ridiculous thing of all time.
I know this might sound dumb, but I think about when they made us walk in lines in elementary school, and you know me, I'm like this.
Were you a line leader?
I'll get to line leaders in a fucking second, those fascists. But when I think about how they put us in lines to walk us everywhere, I'm like, fuck, those fuckers got us. They're trying to indoctrinate us from such a young age. God, they just need fucking workers for their mines, man. They just need ants to work for the queen. The rich get fucking richer and the poor walk in lines. You know what I'm saying? Those fuckers. We pretend like we're not living in North Korea, but we are, and it's exemplified in elementary schools. Elementary schools, same fucking thing as North Korea. Without a doubt.
I think elementary schools aren't supposed to be democracies, Andy, because you're a child.
Because they're trying to they break you early, Matthew. They break you early. Because if they had it their way, we would all be working in the mines like in Temple of Doom when they steal all those kids and have them chained up, putting coal. That's what they're setting us up for. They're setting us up as pawns of the system. Exactly. In a world of kidnapped children, be short round.
Have no parents, no home, no shower, no nothing.
But you know what?
Rely on a random stranger to pay you to run his rickshaw and put you in insanely dangerous
rickshaw.
Insane. That's
That's not what
In the
happens.
first-
They drop into the taxi. Rickshaw.
Oh.
That's racist.
I
Racist.
No, dude, Short Round was
Hit the
running a
racist
rickshaw.
button. No, they are. They're no.
Nah,
No.
I'm pretty sure Short Round runs a rickshaw.
That's racist.
No, it's
Emily
not.
hit the racist. Emily's not here. Somebody hit the racist button. We're gonna get a race. We're gonna get a racist alarm whenever Matthew says something racist.
That's not
me.
racist.
If I say something racist, we know it's an accident. But if Matthew says something racist, we're gonna have an alarm going off, and it's gonna change the colors of the studio. Anyways, to my point, we live in a police state, and all they want to do is brainwash you and make you a corporate drone. Okay, man. From the time you're a child, you gotta stand in line to get a scoop of mashed potatoes because that's what they want you to think their place is. And they got posters for Milk Up. Oh, you want milk? We're
Although-
the ones who give you the milk. You can get your own milk.
You want to know?
You don't need to drink their milk.
Want to know what is electric? Snack time.
Well, snack time. I mean, let's.
You eat your lunch and then they just they turn the lights out and hit the snack time button, and then you go up and get in line and get maybe a sleeve of Oreos
And that's
for $1.
And that's my point, Matthew, is that they make everything else so bad that when they give you a little taste, of something, oh, thank you so much. Oh, it's so kind. But they're the ones breaking your goddamn backs in the first
I love
place.
it. I'm
That's
a structured man.
This is
I like
my.
structure.
I don't mind structure myself, but I can make my own structure.
Well, yes, you can now. You can't as a 7-year-old.
I
wanna know what
disagree.
Your structure
I
would be-
disagree.
You want to know what your structure would be as a 7-year-old?
I
For
completely
you,
disagree.
probably reading books. So I guess, yeah, that would have made sense. But for most 7-year-olds,
I disagree.
would have been like shitting in a corner.
No, I disagree. Again, I think that part of what they're doing is making us think that children can't do this for themselves by not even giving them the opportunity to try and do it for themselves. It's
I think
fucked
they
up.
do get the opportunity to try, and I don't know. You should open your own Andrew Canada's private elementary school for free-forming children, and just bring them there, and and just let them do their own thing. See how that goes.
Those Montessori schools
Kids would be dumb.
seem to have a little bit of that, but I also think there's a touch of religion in them, so you got to be
You don't
careful
gotta
on
be.
that.
You
You got to be
mean,
careful on that.
Freedom of religion in your school.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got a Bible. You got the Quran. You can just practice whatever you want.
Ladies and gentlemen of the juror, let me say to you, I hate to break it to you, but the summer is coming to a close. Kids are going back to school, the leaves are changing color, and that means one thing. Your busy schedule don't give two craps about the change in the weather, change in the season. You got as much stuff on your plate as ever before, if not more, in fact. And if you're looking for something that's going to help you out a little bit, help you check those boxes off your to-do list, the best thing you can do for yourself is check out Instacart. Because with Instacart, you can use it for more than just groceries. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite stores, boom, delivered right to you. Me particularly, I get my groceries delivered often, and it helps so much, especially, we got the house. If we have somebody coming over, we got a lot of cleaning to do, okay? You know what I'm talking about. And it's nice to have the grocery part taken off the list, because I hate going to the grocery store anyways. It's weird and crowded, and people there are not always the nicest, and the parking lots are a fucking mess all the time. So why not start making things a little easier on yourself? But I didn't tell you the best part. I almost forgot. How could I forget to tell you the best part? The best part is that right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. And like I said, start making things a little easier on yourself this fall, this autumn. Start using Instacart today. Changing of the seasons, changing of the wardrobe. That's what I always say. This shirt's fucking new. You've never seen it before. Few people have. It's a Target exclusive, baby. You know how I like to roll. But if you're looking for something nice and exclusive, you can go check out Snackspot SE/creator/teespring.com, where we have got all our merch. Top quality, by the way. Okay, I can't express this enough. The t-shirts, dry blend material. To my earlier point, that's Target motherfucking quality. Okay. it's so comfortable because I was so sick and tired and angry about getting a shirt from a show or an organization that I really liked and wanted to support, wanted to rep, and it comes and it's that gross-ass Gildan brand or whatever, the one that fits like a cardboard box. It shrinks in the wash. You can't even, the logo on it is like, it's like melted plastic. It feels like it's disgusting. Okay, that's not what you're getting with us. All the stuff that we've got at our merch store, it's made to order, and we've got a lot more than just t-shirts. We've got hoodies and stuff, of course, but we've also got baseball hats, slides. The slides are really nice. Pint glasses, mugs, notebooks, fanny packs, whatever it is you're looking for. And again, top quality. But you know what? Don't take my word for it, folks. Folks, don't take my word for it, okay? Okay, you don't need to take my word for it, because you can check it out yourself. Hit the link in the episode description. Again, that's snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching tens of thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcast advertising, obviously it's a huge part of the ad market now with companies like McDonald's and State Farm, every car company ever doing ads on podcasts. You know, there are all the big podcasts that have, like, people who are already famous, like celebrities and stuff, starting their podcasts. The problem is that there's not really any room, or there hasn't been a space yet for smaller, or even local businesses to get in on that action. But that's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits of podcast advertising, how it can grow your brand, expand your brand, hit us up. Reach out to us again. snackspotsports@gmail.com. All these schools, all these Catholic schools, they have the lunch, and it's like, hey, we got to do a prayer before lunch. And it's like, hey, our Father, how are you? Good to see you. I need, like, when I was on the swim team, we would do a prayer before going out to swim, before the meets. We do Jesus prayer, and then we do a Muslim prayer. Because we had a couple of guys who were Muslim on the team. And I think that's, like, switch it up a little is all I'm saying.
Mix in, like, a random one?
Yeah, mix in, give me, like, a Hindu, hit me with a Baruch Atah.
I don't think that's a lot. I don't think you guys should have been doing a prayer at public school.
Well, that was for the team, man.
Like, who is leading it, though?
It was just like something we did. It was just like, hey, bless up before we go. Yeah, I guess now that we're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't care, but I feel like if
but
somebody,
you know when it's like, God, you gotta, when you like,
that's
God,
not
God.
If you're saying like, hey, let's go team, that's not a prayer.
Yeah,
if you're
ours
saying
was
like,
definitely.
our Father,
Yeah, ours was definitely
heaven,
more of a
hallowed
prayer.
be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, son. Thy kingdom come, and yeah, it was a little more prayers when we did it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
first
nice.
time I ever experienced that. There's a
Praying? First time you ever experienced
no,
praying?
like something like what you're talking about. There's a school called Liberty University. It's a private school. I think it's in Virginia, and it's a very like religious. It's kind of like a BYU, you know, and they do at their hockey practices. We did like a prayer in the locker room beforehand, and then like to start practice on the ice, and then afterwards mix in another prayer.
You guys do a little soaking? Do a little soaking at intermission?
They were here. I skated with them. They were here in town. I was not on
tough.
campus.
It's tough.
Yeah,
soaking
I think they.
an away game soak. That's difficult. That's tough.
Yeah.
You got to do that on your home turf.
Yeah.
Soaking's a home turf move.
Yeah, I didn't. Nobody was asking me to soak, at least.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
But you never know. It's a different experience. Maybe some people soak and they're like, "This is actually my thing." Like
I'm
they
over
soak.
this I'm over the soaking.
Experienced the
I'm
regular.
over the conversation of soaking.
I'm just saying, don't we make fun of them.
Don't.
I make fun of them for soaking, and people do.
I guess I probably
because
do. Yeah. I guess I'm people.
Because it's like, it seems like you have this urge, but you're letting something hold you back. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm gonna finish this thought. But at the end of the day, if someone's like actually soaking is like my thing,
Well, that's fine.
then that's fine.
But the
That's
issue is
different.
soaking is like the premise behind it.
Exactly. The premise of soaking.
Yeah.
I'm here for the plot. I'm here
No, the
when I
people are like,
soak. I'm
oh.
actually here for the plot.
I can't have
Can't do
intercourse
anything,
because
yeah.
of religion, so I'm just going to
But
put it in
Yeah.
and then just stay completely still.
yeah, but that's why you
That's
have
stupid. I mean, that like
that's why you have a
yeah.
a rumbler.
Yeah,
a
a
rumbler. I don't
rumbler.
think they call them rumblers, but
Yeah,
they should.
a shaker.
A shaker, and a rumbler.
Yeah.
I'm a bit. I'll get a rumbler.
Which again, that makes the whole thing even fucking weirder.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you get if you're a rumbler, the people will pay you to rumble.
Damn,
Did you know
you could
that?
make so much money in
Yeah, you
college.
can
Just,
you can
what are
get
you doing tonight?
couple-
Ah, I'm just I got 3 or 4
Ah,
different
man.
rumbling appointments.
Yeah, some people are like,
And probably good exercise.
oh yeah,
Just
it's
sit
like
there and
it's,
rumble.
It's mountain climbers basically. Mountain rumblers. Doing a couple of
Reverse
rumblers.
mountain climbers, because usually I think you're
Yeah.
you're below.
Well, that's the only way it works. It's also nice you get a little privacy that way.
Yeah,
If you have
Yeah.
a down low rumbler, bit of a down low rumbler.
you're a rumbler. You bring your own see-through air mattress.
Oh my god! Sorry guys, this is the bet. This is all we got. I don't know what to tell you. You got to do it on this. Jesus Christ! And then, imagine you're soaking, and then you just see the rumbler like. Aw. You gotta if you're a good rumbler, you want to check your progress. But imagine the rumbler coming in like the wolf in Pulp Fiction or something, where they like call is like, oh, we got a problem, we got to call the rumbler, and he comes in, leather jacket over his shoulder, smoking a cigarette. Okay, here's how this is gonna go down. Bop bop bop. I need a bucket of hot water. I need toothpaste. They always need some like crazy stuff. I need an iced coffee. And that's how we'll get to rumbling. Oh, my God. Not even 30 minutes, we already got to rumbling. Bit of a rumbler. Bit of a rumbler tumbler. I could do that for the rest of the episode, and I think I will. What are you doing?
I was all in, and then
I'm a bit of a
something
rumbler.
just disengaged me.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you got a little disengaged. But you know the best way to bring you back
I had
in.
a thought. You know what my thought was? Breakfast.
Yeah.
Started thinking about pancakes and omelets. Dude, I have a new breakfast philosophy
Okay.
when I go out to breakfast. Because everybody's like, well, I want it all. When you go out to breakfast, you want it all. So you always do like some kind of like the number 3, where it's like 2 eggs, over easy, choice of bacon or sausage, side of toast, hash browns, and 2 pancakes or something like that. Like, that's a lot of food, but you take all that down. My new theory is, why go with the number 3? Why follow the norm? So what I do is I go omelet, side of cakes.
What?
I go full omelet, side of cakes. Let that sit on that for a second and think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Have you? Because when's the last time you saw somebody go omelet, side of cakes?
Fucking never.
Yeah. Andy, I hate this saying, but I'm going to use it in this situation because I think it applies perfectly. Everybody else in this world is playing checkers. I'm the motherfucking Queen's Gambit.
Damn. I'm the omelet. You're the omelet queen. You're the omelet
I'm the
queen
Queen's
or
Gambit.
flesh.
And let me top you off real quick. Let me
Thank you.
Yeah, let me go on top of this real quick. The omelet that I get at this local breakfast establishment, I believe it's called the Country Omelet. It is bacon. You're distracted now.
No, I'm listening.
Bacon, sausage, peppers and onions, home fries in the omelet.
That's a good call. That's a classic omelet with a little touch of something extra.
Yeah. So you take that down, and then you take down your cakes. And, I mean, it's really something special.
When you say that at first, I'm like, holy shit, an omelet and pancakes, that's a lot of food. But an omelet typically is 3 eggs.
Yeah.
If you're getting that number 3 that you mentioned, you're getting bacon and sausage anyways.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
And the home fries.
And the home fries.
It's probably a little bit more food. It probably is. But it's a different experience.
Yeah.
Because, again, also, what I like is it gives you the option to eat your toast. Right? Because if it depends on how you like your eggs. I like my eggs over easy. Even I'll get a sunny side up occasionally if I'm really looking for some yolkage.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to eat the toast then. Well, I shouldn't say that. At a restaurant when it comes, like I'll eat over easy eggs without toast at home if I'm making them, which some people probably would also think is weird, but I'll do it. Cut down on the carbs. But when you get at a restaurant, because it's coming with toast, you're gonna dip your toast in your yolks.
You have to.
But this way, you have the option to eat the toast. Now, hand up, I'm probably gonna eat the toast anyway, because I'm on another new toast kick. This is a little bit of this again. We're gonna peek behind the curtain here. Probably a little bit of social anxiety here, and you know how I am about ordering. Like it used to piss me off when I'd be like, "I'm getting this," out loud. I would announce it to the table before we ordered, and then the waitress would come around, and you would order first, and you would order the thing that I said. And again, I know your theory is like I was gonna get that before you said it.
My theory?
No, or like your explanation.
My explanation is I want that. You can't.
No, I know, but it would drive me nuts because I'd be like, no, I got to go second. I'm a follower, not a leader.
That.
So it's one of those things where, you ever been out to breakfast with somebody and they're so good at ordering their toast?
I don't think so.
Like, okay, ready? You order number 3.
Can I have number 3, please?
Yeah. How do you want your eggs?
Scrambled.
What meat?
Bacon, please.
What kind of toast?
I'll just have white toast, please.
Okay, so there you go. For years, that was always my answer. But you ever see somebody that's like, ooh, what do you got? And then they list off like a couple weird toasts, and they're like, ooh, I'll do the rye.
Yeah. And
they go off script. And it's like, man, that's somebody who understands bread, I guess.
God.
But like me here, I'm sitting here as just some lame-o, uncultured swine ordering white toast. And they have rye back. I could be eating rye toast. And I never had rye toast until one day it dawned on me, like, why do I have to be the one to order white toast? And I went for it, and I got some rye. Dude, rye toast will change your life. Have you ever had rye toast?
I don't.
Andy.
I believe I have at least once before, yes.
It's like seasoned bread. It's like bread with flavor other than just butter.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know existed until like 8 months ago. I thought bread was just
rye bread.
No, I knew about rye bread, but I'm like, ooh, I don't know. That bread just looks weird.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And now that I've tried it, I'm telling you, anybody that's getting white toast, but again, that's the thing. Because white toast if you're dipping your eggs in it, I still think, because then you get the egg and then you have more flavor. But when you get an omelet, you can get rye toast, and the toast becomes its own experience. You don't need the toast for the egg, and you don't need the egg for the toast. You're living in a world where you're not relying on anything. You have an omelet, you have toast, and you have pancakes, and you can just do with that what you wish.
It's true breakfast freedom.
It's true breakfast freedom.
It's true first meal enlightenment.
Again, I'm not ordering a number off of a page. I'm saying I would like an omelet. I would like this omelet this way, and then also I would like pancakes.
I chose the
toast?
I chose the one less
for
travel.
The toast. What do you got? Oh, you have a pumpernickel? I'm gonna do a rye because I haven't tried pumpernickel yet, or whatever the other breads are. I'm experiencing breads.
And it's made all the difference.
So that's what pulled me away. We should do the Hooper of the week though, because I'll be honest. Now I need to get breakfast.
I know it's yes. I will bring up that man's name.
You know him though. You're familiar.
Yeah, but I don't know his name. I know the man, but I don't.
And I have
a
question
name.
off. Okay, go ahead. Tee us up.
The Hoodwin of the week this week is Derek Morgan from Criminal Minds versus Osmosis motherfucking Jones.
From Osmosis Jones.
From Osmosis Jones.
I know. You gave Derek Morgan a from. My question for you instantly
Yeah.
is, in Osmosis Jones' world,
Mm-hmm.
he's regular size for his world,
He's a white blood cell.
but he lives inside of a human, so he's mini.
Of course.
But in a fight against Derek Morgan, is he?
Yeah, let's say
They're
they
to
gotta
scale?
say- yeah, they got to. Yeah, they're to scale.
They're
for
to
this
scale.
fight. Yeah.
Okay. That's a huge. I mean, if Osmosis Jones was the size of a white blood cell fighting Derek Morgan,
I mean, maybe, but think about
he
think
could have
about
got in. Literally, could have got in there. Yeah.
if
yeah.
you think about the people that Osmosis Jones goes up against, like in that movie, he goes against like this fever. It might even be like scarlet fever, and that is taken
it's an
down.
influenza.
It's an influenza. It's taken down the whole human body. That's the kind of threat that Osmosis Jones is up against every day.
Yeah,
And
but
this one
those threats
guy-
are also small. Like they're the same
It's not
size
about,
as
but
him. It is.
to your
no,
point
it
last
is
time.
though.
No, because he's something
let me-
something
okay.
that small is taking down a regular sized
Okay,
human.
let me tell you. Let me point this back at you. You know, if you point one finger, there's 4 pointing back at you.
Well, that's
3.
not that. Yeah,
I know. But that's what
not
they
fingers.
say or
That's
whatever.
not fingers.
Osmosis Jones is responsible for protecting and policing an entire city,
Uh-huh.
a body.
Yep.
Derek Morgan polices the entire world. No, sorry, country.
Okay.
The entire country. They're flying all over the place, different city every week, solving crimes, some of the most brutal murderers you could ever come across. Like, hey, I'm going to throw something at you, and it's a little bit dark. Like, Osmosis Jones has taken on the flu. He takes on illnesses, right? Maybe even some heartburn or some indigestion.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent of Derek Morgan, like, being tasked with arresting, like, petty thieves. Like, has Osmosis Jones ever gone up against, like, stage 4 cancer? I said it was going to get dark, but I'm asking. Because Derek Morgan is up against the stage 4 cancers of serial killers, the worst of the worst. And Osmosis Jones is fighting the common cold. And I had a couple too many beers last night. Like, that's his criminals.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're localized all within one city. Derek Morgan's criminals, I mean, they could be anywhere. So it's like,
I mean, there's a lot of places for the criminals to hide in the body. If
The
that's what
sphincter?
we're talking about, sphincter, absolutely. That's one of the first places you check.
yeah, a lot of criminals in the sphincter.
But Osmosis Jones is just that classic renegade cop doing whatever it takes, plays by his own rules. He also, not for nothing, but Osmosis Jones does have like that weird kind of stretchy power. Like his body is it fluctuates. It's flexible. It's like slime. It's goo.
Can I ask a question?
You just did.
Is Osmosis Jones body made up of?
He is a white blood cell.
So he's got nothing else in him.
Yeah. He just is a white blood cell.
Okay, it's interesting.
I mean, he's got mitochondria, obviously. That's what cells are made up of.
Oh, so he's
Mitochondria.
got
all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so he does have
Nucleus.
Also,
He's got a nucleus.
yeah, so he's got internals.
Yeah, of
so you
course.
could kill him.
Yeah. You could.
Yeah.
You could kill him.
Yeah.
In fact, all you would need to kill Osmosis Jones is like rubbing alcohol. Or like Lysol.
I don't know if
You
Derek
spray him
Morgan
with
has a lot of Lysol, but he definitely has
He could get his hands on some though.
like baby oil.
I don't think that would kill Osmosis Jones.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but he's got
he's got
Derek
baby
Morgan.
oil?
Oh, dude, he's Derek. Well, one, yes. I don't think he was at any freak parties, but listen, he keeps things above board, but
Derek
he
Morgan
flirts a
freak.
line.
Derek Morgan,
Yeah.
freak.
And he's also like he's lotioning for sure.
Yeah, of course.
He's got products.
Yeah.
Like everybody has their go bag in the BAU. His go bag is like products.
I mean, he is a
skin creams.
skin creams. He is a handsome man.
Mm-hmm.
That does not. Yeah, he definitely
He
has that
presents
shit
himself
ready
well.
to go.
Here's what I'm going to say. Again, I don't think that Osmosis Jones goes up against the same level of criminal that Derek Morgan does.
You know, if we're talking about experience here, I think the point you made earlier was actually really good. But I will say, like, he's going after serial killers, and sure, they all each have their own thing. But with Osmosis Jones, the things that he's going up against, it could be an infection in the brain. It could be plaque in your heart.
Yeah.
It could be something with your lungs. Like, the criminals that he's going up against are doing things. It's such a wide variety of problems that he has to solve.
So is Derek Morgan.
Like, I mean, to your point, like, I get the
Every serial
threat
killer is
level.
different. They have to make a what do they call
Profile.
it? A profile. Yep. Thank you. And people often forget that for a period of time, Derek Morgan was the head of the BAU.
People do forget.
And you probably didn't even know that.
Nope. But I will say, I mean, Osmosis Jones, he is just really good at the nitty-gritty, getting down. He's on the streets. He's figuring out problems.
He's
And
walking
like
a
I
beat
said,
downtown.
he's not letting anything stop him, no matter what. If it's bureaucracy, if it's petty crimes, he's a good cop. He doesn't always play by the rules, but he gets results. However, I really thought I was going to pick Osmosis Jones in this fight, but you're kind of turning me around, and I'm mad about that because I want Osmosis Jones to win. I like Osmosis Jones a lot.
I mean, that doesn't really have to stray you because, as we know, you play the game with no integrity. So
Fuck, that's not true, Matthew. I have integrity when it comes to who would win.
I'll tell you right now, I'm locking it in. I'm taking Derek Morgan.
Hold on. Give me a few minutes to figure out how Osmosis Jones can beat him. I don't know. Gumption? What does gumption count for? A bunch.
Derek Morgan has gumption.
He's got lotion. I don't know how much gumption he's got.
He's got gumption.
Osmosis Jones is a cool-ass dude, and he risks himself just as much as Mr. Morgan.
No, I agree. But I think that, again, Osmosis Jones is like a cop detective.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Morgan is a member of the BAU, the most illustrious crime-solving committee in the world, maybe.
Well, I think at the end of the day, you know, who's really fuck.
Yep.
Damn it. I just want Osmosis Jones to win. I think he can do it. I don't know how. I don't have a good argument for it in this case. But I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my Osmosis Jones that Ozzy's gonna fucking, because he's never let anything beat him before, and he's stretchy. I don't know, man. I just like Osmosis Jones. He's the kind of cop who always walks away at the end of the day.
He does the right thing.
He does the right thing no matter what.
So does Derek Morgan, and doing the right thing doesn't always mean you're going to win. It's Derek Morgan. Make a selection.
I have to pick Ozzy.
No integrity. No integrity.
I want Ozzy to win.
I know exactly. But you don't think he's going to
I get
win.
what you're saying. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, based on the arguments presented forth today, I do have to select Mr. Derek Morgan.
That's a career first. Andrew shows integrity.
That's not a
Name of
first.
the episode.
I'm Mr. Integrity. I won Mr.
Mr. Integrity.
I won Mr.
Name of the
Integrity.
episode.
I got Mr. Integrity 1998 through 2001. Just for the record, look that up.
you
Mr.
didn't.
Integrity. Yes, I did.
Vote
don't
on
have
that
the
on
reference.
Friday on Instagram. Who win of the week? Derek Morgan from Criminal Minds versus Osmosis Jones from Osmosis Jones. Andy,
Osmosis Jones. What a great.
I know I usually kick it over to you for closing remarks. I have a closing remark,
Okay.
and it's football season.
Bam,
I know
bam,
not
bam,
everybody's a
bam.
football person, but it is football season. Be
Yep.
excited, have fun, sit down on your couch, order a sub, order some pizza, eat shitty, do whatever you have to do.
Order a sub.
Like, today is about the people. Today is about the American people. And if you're not a football fan, then watch NCIS Tony and Ziva. That's my
hell
closing
yeah.
remarks.
Perfect.
Andy, I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.